the band in the singing of our national anthem as colors are presented by VFW Post 3761.
Buffalo Wild Wings game of the week between Amanda-Clearcreek Aces and the Liberty Union Lions. I'm Ariane Royster alongside Tim Shoemaker for the final week of the regular season. Tim, can you believe that we are already in week 10?
Yeah, we finally will see the coaches not wearing shorts tonight, huh?
Which is insane. That we've had perfect weather all season,
Yeah.
and here we are, finally got some rainy stuff tonight. But nevertheless, here we are. Let's get right into it with tonight's matchup with our pregame tonight, which is brought to you by Personal Touch Party Rentals. Carol and Eric Whittington would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events in Lancaster. They are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio area since 2003. They would love to help plan your next event, weddings, special events, even corporate events, all with a personal touch. They can be reached at 740-689-6991. So, Shu, let's start with the visiting Aces. We got a chance to see them for the first time in the season last week. They had a tough loss to Fairfield Union. Left them at 2-7 for the season, but I was impressed with a lot of the things that I saw from them, what they were able to do. They were down 21-0 at halftime, Came back, made it a one-score game in the third until the Falcons eventually pulled away. They've had a lot of injuries this season, as we talked about last week, but they've also had their share of unforced errors. So, they play very hard and physical. So what are your thoughts about the Aces?
Yeah, watching them last week, like you, I talked to Coach Somm this week, got a little reflection from him too. He goes like, well, we gave up 300 yards on the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
Ruff had 180 and Clark ended up in 120 some. So
wow.
He goes, if you do that, you're probably not going to win. He liked their physicality, but, again, it was some inconsistency. Like you said, some errors that you can't have to complete drives and some of those things. But I think there's a positive going on there because when you look at it, it's a very youthful team. Only playing 4 or 5 seniors as starters, that means you have 17 players that are going to be back next year.
For sure. Yeah. Had a lot of drop passes last week because I know they want to clean that up as well. But on the flip side, the Liberty Union Lions. So we're getting our first look of the season actually at them tonight. They got their first win of the season last week against Circleville, whose only win of the season, ironically, has come against this Amanda team. But their record, the Lions record, that is, may not be indicative, I think, of the talent that they actually have. They played a very tough schedule, and they certainly have one of the best defensive linemen, perhaps one of the best players in the league in senior Sade McClaskey.
Yeah, Coach Shirey was really open about, again, felt like it was not so much an inconsistency in play, but like have some things going really well and then give up a big play.
Yeah.
Miss assignment, just some things like that they've not been able to get over. But again, you don't like to make excuses in week 10, but they're a young team.
Yeah.
They have a lot of sophomores and juniors again out there, and only 4 or 5 seniors are playing. So they, like Amanda, have the same opportunity next year to really step it up because they're going to have a lot of players back that have been on the field, Marion.
Yeah, one of those, of course, is their quarterback, Noah Shook, who's had an outstanding season. I'm sure we'll talk about him a lot tonight. Dual threat player that can do a lot of things with both his arms and his legs. I think both teams will be challenged a little bit tonight with the weather. As we talked about, it's going to be a wet one. Don't know if we'll have a whole lot more rain, but the rain from throughout the day certainly has made the surfaces very slick and the ball as well. While we're talking about that, let's also get into the keys of the game, which tonight are brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. And Chu, as we see the Liberty Union Lions taking the field, what are your thoughts about the keys of the game tonight?
Well, I think it starts again at the point of attack on the lines. For Amanda, I know they're very aware of Slade McClaskey, and they feel they want to run the football. They have to do something and handle him and not let him kind of take the game over from his position. Sure. He's probably one of the best, if not the best in the league at his position.
Yeah.
From the Liberty Union standpoint, they would prefer to throw the ball. They do run it, but they would prefer to get it in athletes' hands. They have a couple of players in the slot that are very good. We'll see and mention them later on. Yeah. But as you said, Noah Shook has had a good year. He's thrown for over 900 yards. So they would prefer to attack through the air. So we'll see if the elements have any effect on that.
Yeah. Should be a good one. And now we are seeing the visiting Aces take the field as well. Again, 2-7 on the season. Head coach,
Chet Somm.
Yes, thank you. Who's my notes? Head coach Chet Somm, who's done a really nice job. I'd like to talk about him as well a little bit as we go on tonight. Turning this program around, really doing some nice things and getting the players to believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, here's the thing. You look at them 2021, they get to the second round of the playoffs. Last year they have a season where they didn't win a game. And once that happens, to keep the slide from going, you've got to rejuvenate some things. One of the things he's talked a lot about, he wants to create more emotion. And football is an emotional game, as you well know. Yep. You got to have some emotion when you play this game. I think, unfortunately for them last week, they did an awful lot of good things, but they faced a Fairfield Union team that, in my opinion, I was going to ask you about this, I thought it was the best coordinated offensive line that I've seen all year, of any level.
Yes, absolutely. I would agree with that.
Yeah, they were the most effective and in coordination. And like he said, hey, when they needed it done, they got it done.
That's right.
And you got to give them credit.
Yep, for sure. We're just about set for kickoff as it looks like the Aces will be kicking off to the Lions. The Lions will be going left to right on your screen. And we will take this opportunity to remind you that tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They have been serving the community of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. So setting up to kick for the Aces, it'll be number 10, Hayden Dunn.
And I think if it gets muddy, we're going to be basically impossible to read the Liberty Union numbers.
The black on black does make it a little difficult, but the nice red bright numbers, hopefully that'll help us a little bit.
Well, we have a professional spotter beside us, so we can get some help.
And we will rely on that. Here's Dunn's kickoff. It's a squibber up the middle. Received. And taken down at around the 22-yard line. There's a flag on the play. That was number 21, Landon Picarillo. We'll wait to hear what the penalty was on that call.
Block in the back, receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So a block in the back against the Lions. That'll set them back another 15 yards. Not the way you want to start the drive on the night, but nevertheless, that'll give us an opportunity to see the offense of the Lions take the field for the first time. Again, their junior quarterback, Noah Shook, will lead them out.
Yeah, I think Cooper Meacham, who plays a lot in the slot, they move him around the backfield too, is also another threat we need to keep an eye on.
Absolutely, that's number 8, sophomore Cooper Meacham. We'll keep an eye on him. Here's a snap out of the shotgun. Hands to number 21, Picarillo. A short gain off the left side.
Here's the thing about their spread, Marian. They spread it so they can get the ball to receivers and quick hits and things and get them in space. But they also want to spread people to run it, and they also have a jumbo package where they bring some big guys in and try to force it on you. So he's going to try and get a feel for how well they do against Amanda's defensive line here.
Yep. Shook again in the shotgun, backs to his left and right. He'll do the quarterback power to the right. Breakthrough for about a 5-yard gain. Tackle on that play was Reese Marshall.
I think this is the first time in a long time I can remember having a scoreboard actually in our vision, where we can check time down, distance, and those things.
Yes, for sure. Very nice look at the scoreboard there at Liberty Union. Shows us 3rd and 2. Same set for the Lions. Man in motion. Again, the quarterback power to the right. This time Shook breaks a couple tackles, and he's loose. Off to the left, finally brought down by Affolter. But not before he picks up about 13 yards and a first down for the Lions.
Well, he's rushed. Yeah, he's rushed for 157 yards this year. So he's been effective.
Replay.
Yeah. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if your quarterback's a threat, it makes it a lot more difficult for the defense.
Yep, he's been featured in the last 2 plays, and that time he broke loose. Breaking through tackles. Back to live action here. This time the hands to Picarillo over the left side. He's got some room as well. Cuts to the left. Breaks another couple tackles, another first down. Looks like about a 16-yard gain for Picarillo. Oh, and we have a flag on the play behind it.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So Shu, unfortunately for the Lions, a couple penalties have taken the wind out of their sails. First off of the kickoff return, and this time off a big run from Picarillo. That's going to set him back another 10 yards.
Yeah, that's called shooting yourself in the foot. You get something good going, and then you commit penalties. And Coach Shirey did emphasize that has been one of their areas that they have just continually tried to get better at.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes those aggressive penalties are the ones that are hardest. The pre-snap penalties are the ones that you absolutely hate. The ones where they're being aggressive and blocking, you want to clean them up, but you also want them to not take away too much aggressiveness. This time quarterback sweep to the right. Shook breaks a tackle in the backfield, breaks 2 tackles in the backfield before he's dragged down. Steinmetz looks like he was first to the play there and helped Shook out on his shoulder pad.
Well, you can see Slade McClaskey there. He also plays, I believe, right tackle.
Yes.
Number 54. And, you know, I've heard some people mention, you know, him also as an offensive lineman, even though he's been really highlighted as a defender.
Yeah, he does a really nice job from both sides of the ball there. This time the gives to the right side. That's Hunter Benedetto.
Yeah, nice job by the Amanda defense here. They got a break with the penalty, and now they've kind of changed the momentum.
Yep. Let's take a look at the dagger law replay.
Yeah, look at that. That's a good job.
That's Steinmetz again.
Yep.
And he had a really good game from the defensive tackle spot last week as well.
Yeah, I thought they showed some really good signs last week. Again, you know, when you're playing a decent team like Fairfield Union, it's hard to stand out.
Yep. Same set again, Picarello in motion. And there's your pre-snap penalty. Watkins moved a little early.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
So what's that? You know, roughly 25 yards in penalties
Yeah,
here.
shoot.
And yeah, we're only, you know, less than 4 minutes in.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the things where you have a talented team, but when you have mistakes like that, it unfortunately can lead to some bad things. This is straight drop back this time by Shook. He'll try a deep pass over the middle, and it's intercepted. And it looks like the ball was loose on the interception, but recovered. That was Reese Marshall from his defensive back spot. We'll wait to see what the flag on the play is. Looks like it's going to go against the Aces.
Block in the back. Return team.
So
we'll check out the dagger law replay as you see Reese Marshall making a big play early.
yeah, watch how well they have this defended. 4-man rush, but they were in the zone back there, and he just overthrew it, Marion. I mean, but they were in good position defensively, the safeties.
Yeah,
that might have been it.
Yeah.
When somebody disappears from your picture suddenly.
Right. Usually it's something that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Nevertheless, huge play by Marshall that gives the Aces the ball there just at the 42-yard line. It'll be the quarterback, Logan Stevens, off the right side of the line. About a 3-yard gain on the play.
Well, I think you can expect to see the Liberty defense to really try to buckle down on Bodie Martin. He had a big week last week.
Yes, he did.
Showed a lot, and I think they're going to make Stevens carry the ball in those options.
Yeah, that would be a wise game plan. I was really impressed by Martin last week's show. He really took over that second half.
He did.
And showed a reason why he should be one of the featured players in this Aces running game. Shotgun, this time it's Martin to the right of Stevens. Ball is given to him, but he is wrapped up early. And guess who that is?
Yep.
Shoe number 54, Slade McClaskey. We'll be talking about him quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, there was no resistance to him that time.
No.
And if you're going to do that, Coach Somm gave him a great compliment. He said he has a great motor. He's very aggressive, and he plays every down hard.
Yes, he does.
Yes, and I said, well, that's pretty simple. Can you get that in 22 guys?
Pretty much all you can ask for
That's
from
right.
a defensive lineman.
Absolutely.
Especially the motor part. Here's a shotgun. It will try a bubble pass to the right. This is Affolter. Picks up a nice gain off the right side.
Yeah.
Just short of the first down.
If you can't block them, then get rid of the ball quick. Get it out there. And, I think we have another flag.
Yep, another flag on the play.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Wasn't able to see who was the culprit on that hold, Shoe, but my guess is it might have been someone on the perimeter, which is why they were able to get a nice gain out of that one. But no, to your point, Shoe, I think you're right. We saw last week where the Aces were able to have a lot of success when they started the sweeps, quick tosses, attacking on the perimeter, using their speed to soften up that defense as opposed to just ramming straight into the middle all the time.
Well, unless you are significantly more powerful and just can manhandle people, which most people are not capable of doing that. You've got to use the width of the field.
Sure. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Aces, 3rd and 17 to be exact, just under 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Another bubble pass to the left. This time it's Westhoven. Nice gain before he's tackled by number 51, Bobby Savage, but not enough for the first down.
Again, penalties have stopped both teams' drives, actually.
Absolutely.
Nobody didn't stop them. They stopped themselves.
Yep. So the Aces will punt at the end of their first possession. Number 22, Drew Dossman, back to punt. Can't see quite who that is back to return for Liberty Union. Dossman gets a straight line punt away. It's picked up. still refusing to go down. I believe that's number 21, Picarello.
Great effort.
Yeah, that was in fact Picarella, who was hit as soon as he caught the ball, or picked up the ball, I should say, but took a few defenders to get him down before he actually went down. You can see him there. Using that left hand, getting every yard he can. You can see Brody Martin's hanging on for dear life there before he gets some support there from some of his teammates.
All right, you've had your first drive. You made some mistakes. Now,
Right.
For both teams, really, the goal ought to be just become solid.
Yeah, exactly.
Just become more effective here. Here we got the splits.
Shook will take the shotgun. He'll fake. Looked like there might have been a face mask there. He's tackled in the backfield by Brody Martin, but we do not see a flag on the play.
Good defense.
Shook is asking for it to no avail to the officials. We'll watch it again on the Dagger Law replay.
Oh,
yeah.
But he didn't have a very long.
Yeah, no, he let go, but
yeah,
that's not the rule. It's usually, if you grab the face mask, you can't just let go and say, my bad, don't call it.
Sorry.
So Aces were fortunate on that one not to get hit with another 15-yard and an automatic first down on their point. So 2nd and 12, just over 5 minutes remaining. Shook again in the shotgun, straight drop back. He's looking to his left. He'll try a deep pass to his right. Just overshoots his receiver, Cooper Meacham.
Had a lot of time. Line gave him good time. Really got to look the field over.
Yeah, he really does. And again, to your point you were talking about earlier in the pregame shoot, with the athletes that the Lions have, that's a good sign. It's really only a matter of time if he's getting that type of time in the backfield to be able to find those athletes that are going to get some separation. As we look at the Lions home crowd tonight on senior night. Very nice crowd. Shook hands off to the left.
Well, Amanda's defensive line right now is doing a really nice job.
Doing a great job.
Yeah,
not much doing for number 16, Max Harris, the sophomore, on that one.
Yeah, just not getting shoved off the line. I mean, sometimes if you can just, maintain your space, you can create havoc.
Yep. So 3 plays and negative yards for the Lions, and they'll punt on 4th and 13. Back to punt is Picarello. Oh, and it's a high snap. And that's going to be a safety for the Aces. Again, another costly mistake for the Lions. Yep, and that one, Shu, it's just, you just got to get the snap down. That's really all there is to it.
Yeah, it's things aren't complicated right now, really. Yeah. You just got to eliminate your mistakes.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's what happens, and that's why you struggle sometimes through games. And you see the replay here. I mean, I don't think Michael Jordan would have got that one.
But would LeBron James have gotten it?
Well, he's that much taller? Okay. Are we going to compare him?
The Michael versus LeBron debate, right?
Please, no, please.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. So after the safety, again, that leaves Amanda with a 2-0 lead over Liberty Union. That is not a baseball score, ladies and gentlemen. That is with 4:26 to go here in your Week 10 football conference, or contest, excuse me.
Yeah,
So-
it's hard to believe. We are week 10, and we hit the playoff action next week, and
We'll definitely talk
it just
about that.
goes fast. It seems like to me. But what's the chance of having in this day and age having 2 straight games on grass fields?
Yes.
Honestly, if you
Very
think
true.
about it,
Yes.
I think everybody in Muscatine Valley has it now.
Really?
Every
Turf.
team.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. If you can raise the money, it tends to save in the long range.
it does, and it's a different time.
It
and,
is.
Those fields are being used for soccer teams
They
and
are.
others, so I can certainly see the positive aspects of it, but it does
I love the
take
grass.
away some of that nostalgia. Exactly. So on the free kick, that's number 55, Keegan McKinney. Returning is
Clark.
Brody Martin.
Yeah.
He does a nice job getting the ball back to the 48-yard line.
He's just a good player.
He really is. He's a good football player.
That's what I mean. I don't know what else to say. I mean,
Yeah.
if you watch him enough, he just does good things.
As we look at the replay here, here's Martin taking on a return to the right and just does a really nice job of following his blocks there.
Great field position to start a drive.
Absolutely. So at the 47-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Aces. This time Stevens under center. He'll toss right to Martin. Martin running right for about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, that's just that power eye. Just quick toss power eye. As I said, I date myself sometimes, but old USC used to run that back in the day, and they called it student body right.
Oh, yeah.
Here they come. See what you can do with it.
I'm not quite as old as you, Shu,
No,
but I
but-
do remember the student body right
Yep.
and left.
Yep. They had a history of great tailbacks, and that's one of the things they all learned to do.
Absolutely. Stevens again under center. Power eye. It'll be Martin again, this time straight give to the left side, right off of his guard. He'll be very close to a 1st down.
Well, the thing I like about watching Bodie here now, 2nd week in a row, is he runs through contact, but he has a burst.
Yeah.
Like after a step, he's got a little burst to him, and boy, does that stand out.
He does, and Coach Salm, I think, really hit on something last week. I think, going into last week, it was more of a balanced attack. You saw a lot of different ball carriers for the Aces, and Landon Covell going down caused them to lean on Brody Martin a little more than they had before, and he really showed what he could do. This time he has the ball again, breaking 2 or 3 tackles, and has the 1st down for the Aces.
I mean, that's a 5-yard gain off right guard.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's effective.
That's tough running between the tackles, which, again, they struggled with last week.
Yeah.
So to see Brody Martin getting those tough yards between the tackles, it's got to be encouraging for Aces fans.
Well, if you notice, they're running to their right, which is away from McClaskey, too, I believe.
Which would be smart.
Now they're switching McClaskey,
Yeah,
if
and
you'll
there he
notice
goes to the
right
left,
here.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Nothing new for the Aces, again under center. And the power eye, and it's a toss to Martin again. He'll cut it back, but is stood up for a very short gain. Tackled on the play by Benedetto. So 2nd and 8 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter. Again, 2-0. The Aces leading, if you're just joining us, off a safety from a high snap on a attempted punt by the Lions. Stevens will fake the toss and will be tackled in the backfield. First man there looks like it was number 11, Warren Norris. We'll watch it on the replay. And it looks like it may have been a busted play.
Yep.
As he attempted to toss it and then just ate it. And that was probably a smart play, Shoot, 'cause
You're
it could've
correct.
been really wrong had he tried to do something heroic, as they say.
Yeah, he lost his footing, and at that point, just take the play.
So 3rd and 11.
Here's your
Stevens
power.
again under center in the eye. Looking over the middle. Pass is caught by Brody Elder, the tight end. He'll be very close to a 1st down, Shoe. We'll take a look at the Dagger Law replay.
Nice throw.
It looks like Elder just sits right there in
Yep.
the middle of that zone and finds a free spot. Stevens does a nice job of just putting it on him, not leading him. I think had he let him any more,
You're right.
probably would have ran him into a defender or potentially had an interception.
Well, here you go. You got a 4th and 1 early in the game here.
Yeah.
Toward the end of the first quarter. Big play.
Huge play. Just under a minute to go. Stevens under center with the power eye again. He'll send a man in motion. Give to Martin again. He sneaks through, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, I don't think it's rocket science to know who to give to in this situation.
Exactly.
And, you know, they're putting it back in a fullback position back there, too, and having a lead blocker. It's just tough.
Yeah. And you see, they did change it up a little bit on that time. They had the fullback, one of the up backs come in motion. We'll see it again here on the replay. Got just enough as they motioned him to chip off one of those linebackers and give Martin some room to run.
I was going to say that was the quickest replay I've ever seen. But okay.
This is live action here, folks. With Martin, another toss on the left side, but we have a late flag coming in. A very late flag, so not sure what this might be. Looks like it's going to be a personal foul.
Personal foul, defense. Half the distance to the goal.
Or excuse me, personal foul against Liberty Union. So, again, just another unfortunate, unforced error for the Lions.
You know, and I talked to both coaches, and it comes down to, you know, the word discipline. You have to have enough self-discipline to not do those things that hurt the team.
Yep.
You know, they don't hurt anybody else, but they hurt the team.
So first down and 10, the ball just past the 10-yard line, so they can get a first down theoretically without scoring. Stevens under center. Power eye once again. Looks like he will wait and allow the first quarter clock to come to a close. So again at Liberty Union football field, it's the Aces 2, Lions 0 at the end of the first quarter for our IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings game of the week. Shu, we got a lot of games going on. We'll get to those here in a minute, but I think you want to talk about our scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, since we finally broke it with a safety there and got the numbers to move, tonight's first half scoreboard sponsors the Buckeye Automotive family. The Buckeye, Honda, Nissan, and Toyota dealerships would like to wish all of the local athletes best of luck this season. Learn more at buckeyecars.com.
So, Shu, just taking a quick look around the state, we've got some really key games that could have some playoff potential tonight, starting with the Lancaster Golden Gales taking on the Wildcats. We don't have any score reported in that yet. Another game, Bloom Carroll hosting Circleville. They're ahead 14-0 in the first quarter. Another game that could have very serious playoff implications, Fisher Catholic at Grove City Christian. That has no score yet. It's still in the first quarter. Millersport at Bishop Rosecrans, that is 0-0. And Bern Union, again, another very crucial game for playoff potential, 0. Fairfield Christian, 7. Taze Valley currently has a 7-0 lead over the Fairfield Union Falcons. And perhaps the best game in the state tonight, Pickerington North at Gahanna Lincoln. Right now the Panthers are leading the Lions 7-0.
A lot of talented individuals on the field there.
Yeah, a lot of them that will be suiting up at the next level, at the very high next level, perhaps even up the road in Columbus for sure. Back here at the start of the second quarter, we have Stevens under center. 1st and 10, and looks like it may have been Stevens just pushing ahead. I don't know if that was a quarterback keeper, if it may have been an issue with the exchange there. Nevertheless, he was able to push ahead for a couple yards.
Yeah, I think that was planned.
Okay.
I didn't see or anything that would make us think that, it was bobbled or anything. He just, he thought maybe, we can get a seam here real quick.
Sure. Stevens again under center, this time another power eye, and this is a toss again to Martin on the left side. He'll try to cut it back, but hanging on for the tackle. Liberty Union's able to bring him down before he gets into the end zone. That was Picarillo.
Yeah, really good defensive pursuit. And when you talk about Picarillo, he's the 3rd leading tackler on the team, and he's got 45 tackles, now 46. He's a good defensive player.
Heck of a job fighting through 2 blocks there on that one. She was still holding on to make the tackle on Martin, which is not an easy thing to do, as we've seen how he's been running hard tonight. Stevens again under center. He'll send his up back in motion again. Another toss on the left. This time it's Martin, and Martin's got it in for a touchdown. So it was only a matter of time. As they say, shoot like with Novocaine, you just give it time.
That's right.
Those tosses to the left, just continuing to work Brody Martin, riding him, and he finally got in the end zone for the Aces.
Well, you got to work away from where Slade McCoskey is too.
Yeah.
You know, I think that helps too. You don't have to block the best, one of the best linemen in the state or in the conference. Go the other way.
Yep. Credit to the Aces up front, the offensive
Yes.
line there. They did a really nice job on that play. Brody Martin was almost untouched as he got into the end zone to make it 8-0, Amanda-Clearcreek.
You know, they showed a little bit of perseverance last week when they got behind. I thought their offensive line in the third quarter last week really stepped up and played well.
A Fulter or hold for Dunn's kick, which is good.
Extra point kick by Dunn. Out of the hold of Fulter is good. Your score, 8-9.
So very early in the second quarter, Amanda-Clearcreek extends its lead to 9-0 over the Liberty Union Lions.
Nice drive that time, really.
Very nice drive.
Yeah, cut the penalties out, no turnovers, execute, pick up first downs, and move the ball.
Yeah, they had that very crucial pass over the middle that Stevens was able to complete to Brody Elder. Again, it was just such a nice play. Again, it was almost like they were simpatico to Elder knew really to sit down on that route. Stevens put it right on him. He was able to catch it, and instead of having, they went from 3rd and very long to 4th and very short. They were able to convert that and then just take it on in for the touchdown.
Well, the Lions get the ball back and get an opportunity to, come out with something here. They have not had success really moving the ball. The first series they had a little success until, they had the penalties. So here you get a third opportunity here in the half.
Yeah, and I think even if we ask Coach Shire if he was sitting right next to us right now, and he would not be happy and say how poorly they played, and despite that only being down 9-0.
Exactly.
So.
But that's why you have to step up at some point quickly here. I mean, there's only so many minutes in the game, and you don't want the clock to become your enemy.
That's right. Look at Coach Dan Shire in his 6th season. Done a really nice job here as a Liberty Union coach. Sophomore Hayden Dunn set to kick off. Another line drive kick. Fielded at about the 10-yard line. That's number 5, Aiden Jones, who's got some room. He's got some room, and it's going to be a foot race. One man to beat, makes a move, and is into the end zone for a touchdown.
90-yard return.
90-yard return, Shu.
Well, that woke everybody up on this side, didn't it?
Couldn't ask for a more timely big play as we look at the Dagger Law replay.
Yeah, watch Aiden Jones get this and just read it well, stayed on the sideline.
Showed really good patience right there,
Yes, he
Shu,
did.
and it just hits it.
Receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
Oh, my goodness.
First down, Black.
And, folks, I don't know if you heard that. We did not even see it.
No.
There was a penalty on that return, a block in the back by the Lions, and that return is going to come back and take those points off the board for the Lions. What a crucial mistake.
Well, let's look at the replay again. Let's see if we can see it near midfield. That's the extra point. Here's the kickoff again.
This is your replay.
See if it was on the other side of the 50. Not there.
I didn't catch the number. If it's what I thought I saw up
Back
here in
there?
the right corner, and that's oh man,
Hard to tell.
that's if that's the one that was actually called, and we don't know that it was. It was a tough one. And as we get back here to live action, you just missed a play off the right side, a run, a pickup of about 4 yards for the Lions. So that'll leave them with a 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line. And again, it's crucial that the Lions, keep that, not get too down on themselves.
Oh, no.
Those type of plays, those type of mistakes can really cause your team to kind of lose that momentum.
Well, Amanda started their drive where they scored about the same place here. So, it's a good field position for the Lions. You just don't make mistakes that put yourself in the hole.
Shook out of the pistol formation will take it on the straight run on the left. He has a little bit of room, and picks up a nice gainer off of the left corner.
Shook carried the ball, taken out of bounds by Evers.
So give the Lions a first down on that one, Shu, and that was a very, very needed couple nice plays there for the Lions to move the chains and get some positive momentum after the wind was really taken out of their sails on that penalty.
Yeah, like I said, the whole sideline over here, everything got excited.
Yeah.
It was such an exciting play.
Didn't hear anything about a flag, but nevertheless there was one on the ground. Again, pistol formation. This time the give is off the corner. Whoa. And there's a big hit after Max Harris takes it off of the right side. But he was met and stuck by, I believe, number 32, Brody Elder.
Yeah, watch the hit right here.
And this is a very nice run following his blocks, but
oh my.
Well, that was Affolter, excuse me. Nice hit.
Yep.
Great job by our crew in the truck, getting a great replay. 2nd and 7. Shook will run again to the right side, and he's taken, tripped up in the backfield by number 66, Keller McNear. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. That's 68. Peter Smith. Nice job there. And he just came straight through there, almost unblocked.
Yeah, there was nobody contesting him.
Yeah. So that loss will give the Lions a 3rd and 12 just past midfield. Again in the gun. Shook will run to his left, waiting on his blocks, but slips down behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to leave the Lions in a punting situation once again.
Yeah, the Aces actually had that strung out really well with a lot of coverage.
They did. As we take a look at Noah Shook, he is frustrated, as many of the players on the Lions have been. You can understand why with unfortunate penalties and just mistakes that have cost them on drives such as this one. Lions will punt. Almost blocked, but Picarillo gets it away.
Really good punt considering.
Martin allows it to bounce in front of him. Just throws that at the 21-yard line, and we've got a flag on the play. Looks like there was some late activity. We may have a personal foul against the Aces.
Personal foul. White. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So there you have it, Shu. It's the Aces that time with an untimely penalty that is going to back them up.
It's got to drive the coaches crazy at this point in the year.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, if you get aggressive, like you accidentally grab a face mask or
Hold.
something like that.
Yeah.
But when you get unsportsmanlike, you know the difference.
Yes.
In my opinion,
Yes.
I think you as a player, you played.
Oh yeah.
You know the difference.
Yeah. It's controlling your emotions is a lot of it.
Exactly. You love the sport for the emotion, but you got to know how to channel that emotion.
For sure. And that's number 22, Drew Dossman behind center. He'll give straight ahead to Martin.
Well, if you remember, Dossman quarterback last year.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
He was the quarterback last year. That is not Doug Flutie. Okay.
That 22 behind center does give you flashbacks, doesn't it?
It does to me. So a lot of the kids, if they're watching this, are going, who?
Who? Yes. So a 7-yard gain by Martin. Dossman still at quarterback. The 6'2 senior in the shotgun. Affolter to his right, and Martin's to his left. He'll get the give. Martin around the right side, slips past one tackle, and is taken out of bounds, but not before he gets a first down for the Aces.
I mean, notice when he hits contact, there's 4 more yards after that.
Yes,
I mean, that's so impressive because he's not that big.
Yes.
But he's got motion going, and he gets his pads down to where he can create forward movement.
Yes. Runs hard and makes a lot of guys miss as well, as we have an injured Lion down on the field. We'll wait to see who that might be.
Well, let's give a big shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
And Shu, while we have a little bit of extra time, let's also get you caught up on some of these scores. Now in the first quarter, it's Lancaster 15, Newark 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points for a
Interesting
first
score.
quarter for those teams, yeah.
Speaking of a lot of points, Bloom Carroll on top of Circleville 21-0. Still no score from Grove City Christian. Fisher Catholic 0, Grove City Christian 0. Same with Millersport and Bishop Rosecrans, no score there. Fairfield Christian has extended its lead. It now leads the Rockets 13-0, the Berne Union Rockets, that is. Tays Valley and Fairfield Union are all tied up at 7-7. And Pickerington North and Gahanna Lincoln still 7-0. Back to live action here. Dossman this time under center. This time gives us the first man through. That's Alfalter. Looks like he'll gain about 2 yards on that.
Tell you, the Amanda kids are offensively are really coming off the ball pretty good.
They are. They are. They're really dominating the line of scrimmage thus far tonight. It's something that Coach Tom really has to be pleased about.
Yeah, I just saw Brody Steinmetz. I mean, he just played it to the whistle right there.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That intensity that you're seeing from the Aces is really making a difference. Dossman this time on the counter to Brody Martin, but he's tripped up in the backfield. A very nice play there. As you get a look at the crowd, we'll look at the Dagger Law replay.
Yeah, watch right here. Really good job.
That's Pierce Weiss, number 50, the sophomore, in making that tackle for a loss in the backfield. So that's a crucial play because that gets the Aces a little behind the sticks. Instead of having a 3rd and 3 or a 3rd and 4, which you know they would prefer, they're now in a 3rd and 7 situation with a new quarterback in the game who may or may not be warmed up. We'll see from Dossman on this one. As I say that, Stevens is now back behind center, and he'll roll to his left.
Yeah, we had a hold.
And find Affolter in the flats, but as you said, Shu, there is a flag behind the play, and it is more than likely holding.
If I can see it, it's pretty obvious.
Pretty blatant.
Yeah, when it's clear across the field from the press box.
That's true.
White, 10-yard penalty, repeat the down.
And holding it is, so that'll wipe away that first down for the Aces and back them up 10 yards and leave them with a third, what was a 3rd and 7 will now be a 3rd and 17.
You know, we talked about this the last few weeks when we talk on the games and about, you know, blocking on the edge. Sometimes you don't have to really, I mean, I think it's a lack of moving your feet and getting your angle.
That's exactly what it is.
And as much as and then you use your hands.
Yeah.
And that's just not good technique.
No. It's all about technique when it comes to that. Again, keeping the hands inside of the framework. And as you said, moving your feet. It's almost like basketball.
Yes.
You know, you got to keep the man in front of you and move your feet almost like a defender in basketball. So here Stevens looks like he's setting up a screen. He is to Brody Martin, who breaks through a tackle. And is still on his feet, very close to a first down. Looks like he got it, Shu.
He's tough.
And he broke at least 3, possibly 4 tackles, and the chains are moving. That is a first down for the Aces. What a play.
Tell you, a little nice call. But like you said, he makes people miss. So when you get it to Brody right there, he got out of a tackle.
He's just got him bottled up on the sidelines, and he gets through all
watch.
that.
1, 2, 3 more yards.
That's all just effort.
That is.
That is all effort at the end.
It's fun to watch.
It is very fun to watch.
You know, obviously we're not partisan to, you know, who wins or does anything. But you can't help but recognize that effort.
For sure. This time Stevens will fake the toss and run through the middle. Short gain. Oh. And our camera folks just caught a late flag there. Again, just extracurriculars going on after the whistle there. Hunter Benedento just got caught up in some stuff, Shu, as they say.
Well, again, you know, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it just.
And Shook's telling him that right now.
Well, that's good leadership
that
right
is
there.
Great leadership.
Shook's not even a senior.
Black, 15-yard penalty, first down.
As the rain has all of the sudden picked up, Shu, the wind as well, so that'll make the conditions even tougher. But it's you know, as our coach used to always tell us, men, the second guy always gets caught.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it doesn't matter what he's doing or saying to you in there. You know, if you respond, the referee's going to see that second action, and you're more than likely going to get a flag. And, oh, wow. Yeah, you can see.
Well, we're
that
in the
rain is
nice
coming
new
down.
Liberty Union press box,
Yes.
so we're okay right now.
I am normally on the sidelines. I am glad not to be there tonight. Back to live action. Stevens dropping back. Offensive line holds up. He'll try, but incomplete. Trying the left sideline, to Martin.
I tell you, McClaskey was trying really hard
He
to get
really
to him,
was.
and the lineman, I got to give him credit.
Yeah.
He fended him off.
Yeah, and I think that was Tanner Affolter there in the backfield, just, again,
It might
holding
have
his
been.
own. He is not a big guy. We've got him here
No.
at 5'11", 175, and he did an excellent job on pass protection in the backfield on that one. So 2nd and 10, moving right along here, Shu. 4 minutes and 17 seconds
Yes.
remaining in the second quarter. This is a quick moving clock. Stevens will give to Martin straight ahead on the draw for about a 5-yard gain. He was tackled by Bobby Savage on that play.
Bobby's been real active defensively for the Lions. He's not always on every tackle, but he's very active and involved every
Yep.
play.
Yep. Nose for the ball, as they say. He's done a really nice job.
Well, I mean, he has 65 tackles on the season. That's
There you
a
go.
good season.
Right. This time pistol formation for Stevens. 2 in the backfield. Falters to his right. Looks like it'll be a speed option. He'll pitch to Martin. Ball hits the ground, but Martin's able to fall back on it.
Well, here's the thing. You got a left-handed quarterback going right. I talked to you about passing, guys
That's right.
that go. And watch here. He's got to use his right hand, and it's
Yeah.
not quite as effective as when he's going left.
And it only takes that much. It's just the pitch is a little high. When the ball's wet, the conditions are sloppy, and a play that should be routine can get, messed up. And
Well, there's
have a
nobody that knows
loss.
that more than you because you played in that kind of a system because it
Yes.
was basically,
Yes. Yep. So Dossman will be punting, and the ball slips behind him. Will he get the punt away? The punt's blocked. It's rolling around. The Lions are unaware. And
Flag
it is
is down.
recovered, but we have a flag on the play. As you can see, again, the conditions playing a toll, Shu. Dossman tries to get it off, but it is blocked.
Cade Warrior Norris.
Holding. Kicking team. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
So after all that, Shu, what an amazing turn of events for the Lions.
Well, this is their opportunity to get back in the game.
Absolutely.
You know what? We saw some frustration. We've seen some of that. Now you got to pick it up. You got to get it together. You've got 3 minutes to go in the half, and you're only 9 points down.
And they've got to execute. I said in the pregame, Shu, that I didn't think the rain would be back. It is back with a vengeance. So we'll see how it affects the teams.
Wow.
Shook will hand to Max Harris. Excellent play by the Aces defense to stop him in the backfield for a loss of about 3.
Yeah, that's a sophomore, Chase Hanna. Great job. There you
Yeah.
see the rain. I wouldn't want. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't want to be a light either right now.
Right, yeah.
Man, look at that.
It is really coming down. And again, not just the rain, the wind as well. That's really got an effect. And we've got a dead ball whistle here. Don't see a flag.
Yeah, the back judge threw one.
Okay.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Or I mean, the side judge.
Side judge, right?
Yeah. I think
so-
Ron Wintermute, I talked to him this week, and he said, it's the line judge on the side of the home team. I said, okay, I'll
all
get
right.
that straight.
As you see our cameraman, Jim Spires, doing his best to stay dry. Not an easy task in these conditions. Back to live action here. That's Max Harris again on the run.
Yeah, Max is the leading rusher for the Lions this year.
Mm-hmm.
They've really, he's had a few opportunities, but it was a feature of Noah Shook at first.
Uh-huh.
But Max runs well.
Yeah, runs very well. Only a sophomore, so that's good signs for the Lions program.
Yeah.
Shook in the pistol. Another whistle. But this one's a timeout, not a penalty. It is a timeout for the Aces.
And as a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection, on YouTube to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. And also, if you're on Facebook, and previously known as Twitter, X, check us out on those social media platforms. As well, just search for Interface Video Productions.
I chuckle every time you do that, formerly known as. I don't know what it is.
It's not Prince.
The website formerly known as X.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what else to say.
All right.
Oh, yeah, gosh.
Yeah. So a very short third down for the Lions after a loss and then a penalty and then a pretty nice pickup. We'll have a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they got power.
1:46 to go. It'll be a quarterback power straight up the middle. Noah Shook. Looks like he's got it.
Yeah, that's their jumbo package. They bring them in. Nobody split. Got 2 tight ends and 3 backs.
Well, it is effective on that play. They're able to pick up the first down and a bit more, moving the chains just inside of the red zone at the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Again, everybody in tight. Shook will take the snap. This time he'll give to Harris once again. Runs through 1 tackle before he's tackled by Martin.
Yeah, that's a good tackle because I tell you, he was on his way to the sideline.
Yes, he was. Clock's still running. Coming up on about 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining for the Lions. Ball's at the 15-yard line. 2nd and 7. Here's Shook. Give again is to Harris. Close to the goal line. All right. And we'll have a timeout. Looks like the Lions were able to call timeout there with just 52 seconds to go. We'll take this chance on this timeout to remind you that the halftime band show is being brought to you by the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory, and Monuments. Family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. And by Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do too. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loans specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Back to live action again with 52 seconds to go.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Up, and the give is to Mason Watkins. He's tackled by Peyton Beavers. As the clock is still running, he is not able to convert on the 1st down.
Wow, that's a 9-yard loss.
Yeah. So clock is running. Neither team calling timeout. And now there's a timeout with just over 31 seconds to go. As we mentioned, the halftime band show, we're looking forward to that. We'll be showing you the replay from the Liberty Union Marching Band at the Fairfield County Fair. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. It'd be nice to see them. They won't have to see them in these elements. They'll still be performing tonight in those elements, but we'll be taking a look at them from when they were at the Fairfield County Fair.
Hey, we had a great week of weather last week at the fair, and now the poor pumpkin show in Circleville's having this to deal with.
Yes. Yeah, that's very true.
You never know in Ohio.
You never know. That's so true, Shu. So now it'll be 3rd and 11. As you said, Shu, that was a huge loss. Interesting formation here. 4 receivers out wide to the right. Shook alone in the backfield in the shotgun. He'll roll to his right. Now cut back and looking to the left. There's no one over there, and he's got some room. And now he's got a receiver in the back of the end zone. Pass is incomplete. Falls incomplete in the back of the end zone, intended for number 14, Caleb Haig. And I thought he was going to tuck that and run, Shu. He
I
might
thought
have
it-
been close to it. We'll look again on the dagger replay.
Pass from Shook intended for HM, incomplete. Stevens on the cover.
Starts right, going back left, and has a man. It looks like even if he had came down with that, he would have
Yes.
been out of bounds. So regardless if it was a dropper or not, it brings up 4th and 11. Liberty Union will go for it with the same formation. Quads to the right. But it looks like we'll get another timeout this time. Okay, the timeout is for Liberty Union. So, Shu, what quite a series of events that we just saw
Yes.
there. Went from what we thought was going to be a 3rd and short to a big loss and almost a touchdown conversion out of the back of the end zone, and now 4th down.
Yeah, now you got a tough situation here. You got to pick up at least 11 to maintain the ball, and you want to get a score. Like I said, you're down 9 points. Haven't played really very well, honestly. Not consistent.
Right.
And you want to get a score of some kind, even if I don't know if they have an outstanding place kicker, but even if you can get in the range where you can get 3 points.
Yeah, but even, if you had a really good kicker, you would still be a little hesitant because of the elements tonight, unfortunately.
True.
So it looks like Liberty Union will not attempt to kick. And they've got to be really careful with this year because they don't have any timeouts. So if they're tackled in bounds, even if they do get a first down, they've got to get to the line and spike it very quickly.
True.
Shook again, same formation. Looking over the middle this time. Pass falls incomplete, but there's a late flag that comes in. And I don't know if we're going to get a pass interference. If we do, that should be a first down for the Lions. Our officiating crew will consult.
There you see the officiating crew. That's Josh Riley, who we've been hearing, and Troy Pears, Carl Bruns, Brent Dinan, John Merriweather are tonight's officials. I believe they are from the Zanesville
Personal
area.
foul. Defenseless receiver. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat. 4th down.
Oh my goodness, Shu. We'll walk again on the dagger law replay. Oh my goodness. It looked like he was going for the ball. And they just
Yeah.
ran into one another.
Yeah, I think that's called a collision.
Yeah, and it is football, which is why they wear pads. But I digress. But
Well,
because Shu, it was a half the distance penalty, I believe.
So not a first down.
Yeah, not a first down. So 4th and 1, the Lions have to convert this. And again, if they do, they've got to stop the clock.
Yeah, well, only 15.8 seconds.
Shook will roll to his right, looking in the end zone, running out of real estate, and will go out of bounds, but it looks like he does have the first down, so that is really the best that the Lions could have hoped for, short of a touchdown. He gets the first down and gets out of bounds.
Yeah. Now you've got one opportunity probably.
Yes.
And you might get 2 if you throw it,
Uh-huh.
but you're only going to get 1 if you run it
Right.
and don't make it. So.
Yeah. My guess is that the Lions will once again try some kind of run-pass option for Shook because he does so well with his legs. You saw on that one, he was able to get a first down. But if they've got, a player or two dragging across the back of the end zone, that gives him a second option. So they'll line up again. Shotgun, 4 receivers, man in motion is Aiden Jones. Jones will come in motion again. The snap is before Shook is ready for
And that's
it.
going to run out.
And that's going to run the clock out. Oh, my goodness. And that will bring the first half to a close. As Shook is very upset. But I don't know there's anything that he can do. The ball was snapped. And even though he's able to fall on it, as we look again on the replay, it's not going to do much for it. So that will, again, bring our first half to a close for the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. Again, your score, the Amanda-Clearcreek Aces 9, the Liberty Union Lions 0. Stay tuned for our halftime band show coming up just momentarily.
Bay Food Market is Fairfield County's source for high-quality, locally sourced meats. The meat case is always full of quality fresh beef, pork, gourmet burgers, and gourmet brats for you and your family to enjoy. Bay Food Market cures and smokes their own hams, bacon, and sausage. Visit Bay Food Market at the corner of Maple and Walnut Streets in Lancaster and discover the Bay Food Market difference. Open daily 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed Thursday and Sunday. Bay Food Market, proudly serving Fairfield County families for more than 90 years.
Hi, I'm Christine Simmons with the United Way of Fairfield County. Our mission is to utilize all resources to achieve the greatest impact on our local needs, and this can only be accomplished by local support and generous donations from businesses like Buckeye Toyota and Buckeye Honda's Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye will make a donation to the United Way with each vehicle sold. From all of us at United Way, we say thank you, Buckeye, for all your support.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Where can I find advanced heart care?
When you choose Fairfield Medical Center for your heart care, you'll find confidence in our expertise and peace of mind in our compassion. Your health is important, and our heart and vascular experts specialize in the latest technology and treatments to keep you feeling your best. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
I really like Fairfield County because we're just a great mix. We're not so isolated that we don't have resources, but we're also small enough that it's a real community. And I will say that I don't think I've ever seen or worked in a place where so many partners in the community come together and are truly collaborative.
I've been working in Fairfield County for over 20 years, and I've had a variety of positions within the county. Being a smaller county, I've been able to get to know the service agencies better and people that work within that. So I've always had those opportunities to be creative, to think out of the box. And through those collaborations, we've been able to really build some wonderful programming for the youth and families.
I think that everybody is really community minded, and they're really focused on, within the system of mental health care, they're really focused on getting people access to the care that they need and making sure that we're serving the people in Fairfield County.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Central Ohio, home to thousands of businesses, large and small, each with owners and employees working hard to make their businesses work. We're the Savings Bank, and we're here for your business. When you call, we answer. When you email, we reply. And when you need a business loan, we get moving. Because in a market of thousands, we keep our eyes on your business. The Savings Bank.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the high school football game of the week. I'm Jaron Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs. We had a great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice. Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
Grab a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up fourth down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you have earned it.
The Liberty Union Lions 0. It's quite an interesting first half we had, Shu.
Yeah, just too many mistakes as far as penalty-wise when we look at the teams. Just too many flags. Got to clean it up, fellas. See if we can get a good second half going here. Great kick.
Kicking off, Keenan McKinney. Slipping on the return, it's Brody Martin. He'll take it out to the right side now with a wall of blockers. Tackled just shy of the 25-yard line. And that's where the Aces will take over to start the second half. So as we were saying, Shu, Liberty Union certainly had its chances. Had a couple nice drives there at the end, got very close, just ran out of time, had that unfortunate bad snap, or I guess a miscommunication on the snap at the end of the half, and that was enough to leave them scoreless at the end of the first.
Yeah, there's an old saying, I've seen the opponent and they are us. And
I like that one.
Yeah, we found
one of the old coaching isms you have.
Well, you just got to play better.
Handoff off the right side to Brody Martin. He sneaks through before he's finally pushed out of bounds by Caleb Haig. And he is as shifty as they come, Shu.
That's a 30-yard run.
He is a really nice running back.
Like you said, it's kind of like finding a piece of gold in a stream right here.
Absolutely, and they keep riding him. I don't blame him one bit. As he's just slipping through tacklers.
Yes.
Makes 2 or 3 guys miss there in the scrum. Back to live action. Give again is to Martin. He's still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds again. Slow to get up on the play. But he's back up and headed back to the huddle. Very close to another first down. Actually, he has it.
I thought he was stopped there.
Yeah, I thought he was too. I was trying to find out who made the tackle, and there was no tackle. He was still running. Similar formation, Stevens under center. This time the give is to a Falter on the trap. He sneaks through. He's very close to a first down as well. And right now the Aces are just gashing the Lions for big play after big play, but it looks like there's a flag on this one.
Personal foul, Black.
And that's what it's going to be, Shu. Another personal foul against the Lions. It'll kick them up another 15 yards after the Aces had already had 3 really nice games on long runs. So Liberty Union still, unfortunately, unable to get out of its own way.
Yeah, you just have to have enough self-discipline, as we've talked about before. If you have energy, you got to channel it the right way.
Yeah, and that's where a long season, 1 win, frustration starts to set in. It's just you've got to push past that. Again, power I. Stevens reverses out, hands to Martin. Martin slips through. Give him a gain of about 6. He's tackled by Bobby Savage once again. No huddle. Aces going tempo here. Another reverse out. Same play. Give us to Martin. The ball was ripped out, but it looks like it was after the whistle. Stevens came out with that ball nevertheless. Not much of a gain on that one. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Aces. Just coming up on 10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Well, it's kind of been the Brody Martin show here.
Much like we saw last week. There you have a shot of McClaskey lining up at his defensive end position. Stevens will give to a Falter. This time on the trap, he slips through. Very close to a first down. Not sure if he has it. And another flag comes out well after the play.
Personal foul, White.
This time it's against the Aces, Shu.
Yeah, it's kind of getting silly.
Yeah, it is. And you hate to see that.
No, that's just, the best way to solve that is have them be on the sideline. Seriously. I mean, I used to have a thing like,
Yeah.
we'll get to your brain through you sitting on the bench.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, at some point, you got to have more control than that.
Yeah.
And like you said, you may not have been the first one.
Yeah. Yep.
You might be usually the retaliatory person gets caught.
Exactly. That is going to be a very costly penalty for the Aces. So instead of first down and goal from the 4-yard line, that's going to back them up outside of the 10.
Officials are talking to the kids.
As well they should.
Yeah, he's getting the captains together.
Yeah.
The team's telling them right here.
Because there is no need for that.
Well, basically what happens is you have to remove kids from the game.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that.
No.
I've always said, why would an official want to remove the best players when it's easier to officiate with good players?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to do that. Yep.
Yeah. So it will still be a first down and 10, despite being backed up quite a bit further than they originally were for the Lions, the Aces. And now we have the officials talking to the coaches. Coach Shirey getting an explanation as far as what just happened. They'll roll the clock. Now 9:50 remaining in the third quarter. First and 10 from the 17-yard line. Stevens under center. Toss again to Martin, this time to the right. Cuts it back. Sidestepping, still on his feet. Down to the 2-yard line.
He's relentless.
He sure is. Finally dragged down again by Haig, but not before he gets a first down.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Okay, so bring it back. And some of those flags are a little tough to see.
Yeah, it's clear over there on the other side.
See if we can catch the hold here on the Dagger Law replay.
Well, again, a perimeter run.
Yeah. Looks like it may. I didn't see much. If anything, maybe number 32, Brody Elder, but it did not look like much. So another penalty will leave the Aces with a first and 20. Now on their 27-yard line, or excuse me, the Liberty Union 27-yard line.
Yeah, that umpire's done so much marching, he'll be in a band next week.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Aces are going the wrong way. Try a pass. Stevens will look to the left. He's got a man open. Pass is complete. Give him a pickup of 12 yards. Not sure who the reception was on, but we'll see the replay right here. As Stevens is looking left, has plenty of time. Looks like that was a fault. The play coming in from the sidelines for the Aces. So that was a big pickup of 12 yards. Stevens will give to a Falter this time. He's dragged down after a short gain. Tanner Farmer, the sophomore, pulls him down. So credit the Aces for, after a couple very, very tough penalties, leaving them with a first and 20, getting it back to third and reasonable, 5 yards to make a first down on third down. Look at our Liberty Union cheerleaders. 3rd and 5. Stevens will toss to the left. It's Martin again. Being patient, waiting on his blockers. We have another flag behind the play as Martin bowls ahead.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
So scratch that, as I just said. They had done a good job of getting themselves out of trouble. Back to 3rd and 5. Now it'll be 3rd and 15. What more can you say, Shu?
There's not a lot to say.
There really isn't.
You know what? As players and coaches, part of the responsibility is to adjust to the officiating.
That's right.
If they're
That's
making
right.
that call,
Yep.
that is your job to adjust to that.
Yes.
Whether I agree or disagree or whatever, you have no say in whether that's call's being made.
You're right. And whether it's good or bad, you like it or you don't like it, the one thing we can say about the refs is they've been consistent this evening.
They sure have.
They're not letting them get away with very many holds or any kind of extracurriculars after the play. This one will be blown dead as Amanda takes a timeout. And we'll take this timeout to take a look at the playoff picture, or potential playoff picture. We'll take a look at Amanda-Clearcreek's schedule of what they've had going on this season.
Yeah, you can see they've had a tough road to hoe for the last 6 weeks here. And just, we saw positive things last week, having the opportunity to watch them play last week. And tonight they've done a lot of good things. Again, a little inconsistent here at the end of this drive. But, that kind of tells the story right there.
Yeah, and it's really unique. They started off 2-1 with a big win over Linda McKinley and Adina early on. Again, those teams haven't had very much success either. But you start 2-1 and you feel like you get some momentum, and then you smack into a Bloom Carroll team that has been consistently one of the best teams in the region, and that kind of kills that. And, unable to get back on track.
Yeah, you got Hamilton at 9-0, and Logan Elm's 8-1. So there's the league is tough, and we saw Fairfield last week, and they represent themselves well.
Right. Speaking of Hamilton and Bloom Carroll, you're looking at Liberty Union's schedule now. They're 1-8. Again, their first win of the season last week against Circleville was timely, but again, they've had a very, very tough schedule.
Yes.
There's nothing else to say. Back to live action on 3rd and 15. This time split backs. Stevens will fake the handoff to the left and throw over to the right. He had a man open, but it fell incomplete. That's Colton Westhoven.
Yep.
Who had a great opportunity to pull that one in.
Yeah, watch here. Really, I thought a pretty good throw by Stevens.
Very nice throw. And Westhoven's open,
he just
doesn't look it in.
Yep, he just missed it. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
38 yards.
Yeah. So Amanda-Clearcreek will set up to try for a 38-yard field goal. Lining up again is Hayden Dunn, the sophomore. Not sure what his season long has been thus far, but this 38-yard in the mud will be impressive if he gets it. Gets it off. Kick is no good, but there's a flag on the play.
I think Liberty was offside.
You can see in the background there, Logan Stevens clapping his hands.
Defense, 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
So the try was no good, but they'll move it up another 5 yards and will likely try again.
I think he's got the leg. Whether he has the accuracy, that's different, but he showed a pretty good leg right there.
Exactly.
And you said he's a sophomore?
He is, according to our roster here, 6'1", 210 sophomore.
Nice.
So Dunn will line it up again. Affolter will hold. Snap and hold are good. And the kick is no good once again.
Just to this side.
Just to the left.
Yep.
From the angle, it was a little tough to tell, but it did, in fact, sail no good. Both officials emphatic on the call there, so there was no doubt about it. So after all that, Liberty Union will take over again.
Watch here. Good, good placement. Yep.
Yeah, just to the left there, left of the crossbar.
Yep. Had plenty of leg.
He did have plenty of leg, and credit the snap and the hold.
Yes.
I don't know who the snapper was, but Affolter did a really nice job of catching that and getting it down with the wet ball and wet conditions. Makes that tough to do.
Well, and you're on real surface here too.
Yeah.
I mean, grass, it makes a difference.
Yep. They may be kicking off a tee, but it is still difficult to get it on that tee sometimes. So 1st down and 10 Liberty Union from the 20-yard line. Give us to Max Harris again. He's stopped immediately by Jace Morrison.
Yeah, Jace is senior. He's had a good season for Amanda.
Yeah.
He's 6'6", 210.
Yeah, very, very good size. Has done a nice job as well in the season. And looks like we have a player down for Amanda-Clearcreek. That may be a cramp, and it's Peyton Beavers, the junior, getting stretched out there. Hope it's a cramp. You don't see as many cramps this late into the season.
No,
but
but
still
the way
certainly
he's
can
holding
happen.
his leg.
Yeah. So take a look here at the replay.
Yeah, what's Jace here? That's like late night when I can't sleep. The rodeo's on, you know.
And that's a 6'6", 210-pound senior, pretty much swallowing up 5'9", 165-pound sophomore.
There's something unfair about this sometimes.
Nice to see Peyton Beavers leaving on his own power. Looks like that may have just been a cramp. But credit the sophomore there, Max Harris, on the ball carrier. It is not easy when you're a guy that's not as big, running into those big guys, not only older than you, but a lot bigger than you, giving up a lot of the size. It takes courage to run between the tackles.
Max runs hard.
He does. I've been impressed with him as well. This time it's McClaskey lined up in the backfield. He'll lead block for Harris. Nice tackle on the play by Elder. Six minutes and 30 seconds remaining. The Lions will come up on a 3rd and 5. Slade McClaskey again in the backfield. Lines up next to Noah Shook. In the pistol, give us to Harris. And he runs into a brick wall. Again, the defensive line of the Aces, Shu. I mean, they are just not giving any ground whatsoever.
Well, I thought they fought Fairfield Union last week, and like I said before, I thought Fairfield Union's line last week was the best offensive line that I've seen this year in coordination and physicality. And, Coach Somm told me this week, he said, our pad level was not good enough. And for those who don't know what he means, you got to play low. Low man wins on the line.
Oh, yeah. So Picarillo will line up to punt on the 3 and out. Snap is good. And the punt's away. It's a high one, fielded by Brody Martin. But immediately stopped again by Caleb Haig. We've called Caleb's name quite a few times tonight. He's done a nice job.
He
this
has.
time on special teams, making a big play.
Yeah, the Lions just have not been able to get anything going offensively, and that's credit to Amanda defense, I believe.
Yeah.
Early I thought they had an opportunity, but they kind of slowed their own momentum. But this half, that first series, Amanda's defense played really well.
Right. So a punt of about 38 yards. They'll flip the field and give the Aces the ball at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. Logan Stevens still in at quarterback. He's in the pistol with Brody Martin behind him. Give us to Martin.
Yeah, good tackle.
Nice open field tackle that time by Benedetto.
Yeah, because Brody was on his way. He sees things very well, and he was going to cut back there.
Yeah,
and that was an excellent tackle for just 3-yard gain.
Benedetto, the senior linebacker, listed at 5'10", 160. 2nd down and 7. Stevens will try the speed option to the right. He'll pitch to Martin. Martin around the right side. Flag behind the play. Now 2 flags behind the play before Martin's pushed out of bounds. Short of the 1st down. We'll wait to see what
holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
So another hold will take us from 2nd and 7 to about 2nd and 17, Shu. And as you can see, rain's picking up once again, along with the wind.
It's a beautiful October night in Fairfield County, right?
Oh, man. Yep, you can kind of see there.
Wow.
Yep. So 2nd and 17, 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. Looks like there's some substitution issues for Amanda. Now only 2 seconds remaining on the play clock. They just get it off. The toss is to Martin. He fights ahead. Gets about 7 yards on that run. But he just refuses to go down.
Yeah, he just ceases to amaze me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I know a lot of it's effort, but not everybody has that kind of effort or ability.
Well, and shoot, we don't have, of course, their stats, but I got to think he's got close to 20 carries tonight. Maybe more.
Yeah.
And he doesn't seem to be slowing down. That's the really impressive thing. You would think, fatigue would set in at some point because he's getting hit 2-3 times on each play.
And he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really has a lot of girth to him
Not
yet.
a big guy. No, not at all. Here's the quick bubble screen to the left. It's a falter. He's hit immediately, again, by number 12, Benedetto. So Hunter Benedetto with 2 consecutive really nice plays brings up a 4th down for the Aces. And it looks like the punting unit will come on.
Yeah, showing his range right there to be able to cover sideline to sideline.
For sure. Did a really nice job. Drew Dossman back to punt. This time he catches it. Oh, and the punt's blocked. Ball is loose. And it's scooped up by the Lions. Guess who, Shu?
Yeah.
Hunter Benedetto.
That's the second block punt tonight. Now, the
That
first
was-
one, you know.
Sure.
But that's a good rush by the Lions.
That was a great block. Hopefully we'll get to see who actually got the block here on the Dagger Law replay. That's number 54,
Yes.
Slade McClaskey.
Yep. Just pushed his way through.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Just
he did.
willed himself.
Yep. And Benedetto is right place, right time. But, yeah, I mean, you start to see, again, why Slade McClaskey is such an amazing talent and done so much for this Lions team, even though the record may not show it. Back to live action. Shuckle hand straight through to Harris. Gain of about 5 yards on that play. And we'll see if Liberty can take advantage of this. You know, they've had a couple really nice breaks go their way, and they've been unable to capitalize on any of those thus far, Shu.
No, they have to get something here.
Mhm.
I mean, it's almost a must with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Check that. It's a 3-yard run on the play. McClaskey, again, is in the backfield. Shook in the pistol. He'll run straight ahead to the right behind his blockers. Pick up a nice gainer of about 6. And as we're watching here this is actually the previous play. You can see on the right side of your screen there, blocking
that
to the
folder.
whistle. Yeah.
Well, they say play to the whistle, right?
That's right. That's
You know.
right. Liberty again staying in that jumbo package with McClaskey in the backfield. Shook will run to his left. Pick up about 3 yards. That was Reese Marshall.
Yeah, they're in their heavy package here, power package, whatever you want to call it.
And they've stuck with that, pretty
Yes.
consistently here this entire second half.
Yeah, they had thrown the ball around a little more prior in the season, gotten the ball to a lot of receivers. But we haven't seen much of that tonight
And
at
I
all.
got to think the wind and the rain
Yep.
is playing a fact, and they're just saying, hey, let's just not make any mistakes, see if we can take advantage with runs like this off of the right side. That's Max Harris again. But another really nice job by the front 7 of the Amanda-Clearcreek Aces. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. Shook again in the pistol. Harris is behind him. Harris will take the give straight ahead. But there's just no push from that offensive line up front, Shu. And here's another flag.
Fellas.
Yeah. Don't know if the official talking to him did much good.
I don't think so.
Unsportsmanlike. White.
This time it's on the Aces. As the rains come tumbling down.
The raindrops keep falling on your head, right? Yeah, there you go.
Great shot there by our cameraman, Tom Russo. Really gives you an idea of what these players are having to deal with in these elements. So first and goal from the 4-yard line. Same formation. Well, this time Shook with split backs. This time he'll give to McClaskey. McClaskey bowls ahead very close to the goal line.
Yeah, he's not going to come down easy. I mean,
no.
He's like the high school version of the fridge, isn't he?
Not every day you see a 54 in the backfield and getting the ball, let alone just blocking. But that's the type of athlete that McClaskey is. So there's a now we'll have a stoppage in play. I think there's some confusion as far as the marker wasn't changed, the down marker wasn't changed. And they're going to talk to Coach Shirey about it. Players are still set to snap. Well, Coach Shirey doesn't look too upset, so maybe he got the answer he wanted. Play clock has been reset. There's 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Second and goal. And now there's a timeout, Liberty Union.
Yeah, they're on the 1-yard line. I mean.
Yeah.
And this can't be too complicated.
Right.
Not sure I wouldn't put McClaskey back on the line and just tell Shook to go behind him wherever he goes.
I'm not sure if I wouldn't put McClaskey at quarterback and just tell him to fall forward.
That's right.
Don't know
Whatever
how many snaps
it is,
he's taken.
You got to involve him.
Exactly.
When there's a yard involved, I'm involving Slade.
For sure. Here's a nice look at the band. Again, it was very nice to see their performance from the Fairfield County Fair. Did an excellent job, had a very nice season. Having some good time, some balloons out there, so weather doesn't seem to be affecting the marching band tonight too much.
No, we had a nice crowd on both sides, actually.
Yeah,
of course, we're, Western Fairfield versus semi-north Fairfield County.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's a testament to these communities. I mean, you've got two teams not had a lot of success this season, but still got good crowds out to support them, cheering them on, and making the players, really feel the love. So here we are. Apparently it's 4th and goal. Noah Shook will hand to McClaskey, and he doesn't even get a chance to get going. He stood up and stopped. And there's a flag on the play. We'll let the dust settle and figure out what's going on here. Yeah, dust. The mud settle.
Okay. If you see dust, let me know. Wow.
We'll wait for an explanation here from our referee.
Dead ball, offsides.
So offsides against the Aces.
4th and goal.
It'll still be 4th and goal with half a distance. I don't know how much half a distance to the goal you can get on that one, Shu. It's only about 8 inches away, it looks like.
Yeah, you start using a protractor at some point.
Here we go, 4th and goal. Liberty Union Lions still scoreless, looking to get their first score of the evening. Shook, hands to Slade. He stood up, starts to try to pitch it back. But it is recovered by the Aces, and that'll be a turnover on downs. What a goal line stance by the Amanda-Clearcreek Aces.
Showed a lot of fight here.
Here it is on the Dagger Law replay.
Who was that burst through there?
Oh, he's just straight through. That is Affolter. That's number 7, Tanner Affolter. Just stood him straight up, along with number 76, Brody Steinmetz.
Brody's been good all night.
Brody has done an amazing
He
job.
has.
And it looked like they just anticipated the snap, shot right through the gap.
Yep.
Didn't even give. And again, we talk about how great of an athlete McClaskey is. It doesn't matter how great of an athlete he is or how big he is. If he doesn't even get a chance to get moving,
Yeah,
he's not going to be able to get momentum going.
Yeah, that was the key.
Right.
Well, you have to pin your ears back now if you're Liberty because,
That's an interesting looking umbrella.
Yeah, it's a portable umbrella.
Handless, hands-free as well. So 1st down and 10. Stevens will take the handoff and just try to go forward. Won't get much. And that will more than likely bring our 3rd quarter to a close. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, no score in the 3rd quarter, so still remaining, we have Amanda-Clearcreek 9, Liberty Union 0.
And tonight's second half scoreboard sponsor is Buckeye Lake Marina. Looks like not a good night to be on the lake. But if you are looking for a new boat, which you might need if it keeps raining, a great pre-owned watercraft or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at buckeyeLakeMarina.com. Longtime sponsor.
Yes, we appreciate the good folks at Buckeye Lake Marina. And, some may disagree with you. It's always a good time to be on the lake, even if the weather's not as great. It's
just indoors somewhere.
Yeah, just indoors, just not outdoors, right?
Yeah.
So we'll walk it down to the other side, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for Amanda-Clearcreek. Get a shot at our cheerleaders. Looks like the rain has subsided quite a bit.
It's been off and on most of the night.
Right.
Kind of like the offense of some of the teams here, a little off and on.
That's right.
They have been. I mean, they've both done some good things, but then sometimes not so good. And it's just hard to get rhythm, and offense is about gaining a rhythm.
Yeah. And again, you have so many young players. I know both of these teams are trying to kind of reestablish their programs. Liberty Union's probably had a little bit more recent success than Amanda, but with Amanda, they've got Coach Somm, who's in his 1st year, and it's really neat. I'd seen something where they were talking about how hiring him, who's a former player, been in the program, really brings that additional pride back to the program, which is always good.
As you talked about communities, and he's been a big part of the community.
So back to live action at the start of the 4th quarter here. The toss again is to Martin. Martin bouncing off tackles, gets to the right side, pushed out of bounds. Nice gain on the play.
I'm getting gunshot. I'm starting to look for a flag.
As I was just about to say that, Shu. Every time we kind of look around, was there a flag on that one?
It's like, good grief. I was looking. Because we haven't seen some of them even. They're so far away, or we're blocked with the vision from here in the press box. But, let's get some rhythm to this thing.
Yeah. So 3rd and 1, key 3rd down. The give again is to Martin. He stood up, and there's a fumble on the play. It's still loose. Recovered by the Lions. That's number 70, Tanner Farmer. So a fantastic stand by the Lions.
Got another break.
Yeah.
They got an opportunity. They set their offense up again.
Look again here on the replay. That looked like it was number 12, Hunter Benedento. That came straight through and put his helmet right on the football.
Good job of digging that out.
Yeah.
Right there.
So that's a great job by the Liberty Union Lions. Another short field for this Lions offense. And we'll see if they can stop banging their head against the wall and try and get into the end zone on this one. 1st and goal. Shook will take the straight snap, run to the left, and he's going to walk in for 6.
Yeah, don't get tricky.
Keep it simple.
Yep. That's his 10th touchdown this year.
That's a nice one. So heads up. Wow, what a nice block leading through by Slade McClaskey.
I'm sorry, that's his 9th touchdown, but still, that's a touchdown, almost a touchdown a game.
And Shook has done, again, a nice job, as we talked about, with his legs. But on that one, he was able to go in untouched. Again, nice job by the offensive line, and a really nice job by their key player, Slade McClaskey, throwing an incredible block to get him into the end zone. While we were away, the extra point was no good. So Latta leave the score with 11 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Amanda-Clearcreek 9, Liberty Union 6. So they were finally able to capitalize on a short field shoe.
Yeah, 8 yards, but at this point, you take whatever you can get.
Right.
You know, opportunity on turnover. And, you know, Amanda did not protect the football, which is, you know, you've got to always take care of the football.
Yes.
It's hard to win if you turn it over.
Yep. And again, we've seen both of these teams, particularly Amanda-Clearcreek, but even on that one, Liberty Union, the defensive line's making huge plays. You know, these players that Brody Martin, Slade McClaskey, they're amazing athletes, but if they cannot get going and they're hit in the backfield, there's no running back that's going to do anything with that.
Exactly.
So now trailing by 3, Liberty Union will set to kick off.
Well, we got us a ball game.
Back deep to return for the Aces, Falter and Martin. And kicking off for the Lions is Keegan McKinney. Kick off to the left, and that goes straight out of bounds.
Good catch.
So we'll have an illegal procedure. Nice. That's right. Nice catch there by the coach. We'll wait for the official call. Or maybe we won't get one.
I think he's too tired.
Yeah. May not have a voice left.
I mean,
everybody knows what it was.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yep.
I mean, they've been super busy.
Sure.
Not questioning the calls. It's just been.
No, you're right. You're right. So at the 35-yard line, the Aces will take back over. Brody Martin will take the trap off of the right side. We have another flag, though.
Yeah, it's against Amanda because he was asking Coach Shiree.
Yeah.
I think he's calling a hold.
And it's very difficult to hold on a play that's over that quickly, but
holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
So Amanda, after a pretty good first half, has really not been able to muster much here in the second half.
No, I think Liberty Union has amped it up on the defensive line too.
For sure.
They are not getting pushed away and pushed off the line. I thought Amanda was dictating that early. I don't think so in this third quarter and this first minute here in the fourth quarter. Liberty Union right there, there's nowhere to go.
No, I would agree with that, and it'll be interesting to see if Amanda tries some of the perimeter because they are getting no push up front. Looks like it was a busted play there. The toss eventually goes to Martin, and Martin slips down before he's even touched, and that's going to be a loss of about 4.
Yeah, the momentum has swung.
It is definitely swung. You're right.
Can feel it.
Yes. Still quite a bit of time remaining in this game, 11 minutes as it ticks down. But it'll be 2nd and 23 for Amanda-Clearcreek. They'll break the huddle with 4 receivers wide. Martin is the lone back. Stevens takes the shotgun, fakes to Martin. He's looking over the middle. Now he'll roll to his left. Got a man open, and the pass is complete. It's Westhoven. He's pushing ahead for a very nice gain of about 17 yards.
Yeah, they stopped momentum.
That was a nice play by Stevens
Sure
in the
was.
backfield. Looked over the middle, didn't see what he needed to see, rolled out to the left and found his next option. Made a nice throw on the run.
He does a nice job.
He does.
You know, I know they're working hard, you know, getting to speak with their coach saw him again, you know, working hard on his decision making. I think tonight he's made a lot of good decisions.
He really has. 3rd and 5 now. Speed option to the right. He'll pitch to Martin. Martin strung out, and that's Max Harris who brings him down for a tackle for loss. Big play there by the Liberty Union defense to force a 4th down.
Yeah, you can see who it is. It's just hard to run toward McClaskey. He just fends off blockers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he just He's going to get through and create havoc.
Yep. And credit the linebackers
Yep.
by taking advantage of that havoc and that disruption that McClaskey is creating to make the tackle in the backfield. Drew Dossman back to punt. He gets it away. This is a booming punt.
Sure is.
Sails over the head of Piccirillo. It's still bouncing down inside the 5. What a punt by Drew Dossman.
60 yards.
60-yard punt. Thank you, Shu. That was a nice job. We'll watch it again here on the replay. So Dossman, this time a clean has no problem getting it away.
Yeah, he got a super bounce.
Yeah. Well, and again, most of his punts have been short, so Piccirillo wasn't ready for it. It sailed over his head, and he got a great bounce.
Might have been 59. I'm not quite sure where they spotted it, on the 3 or 4. I think on the 4. But heck of a punt.
Yep, nevertheless, it gives Liberty Union 97 yards. They'll have to drive to get in the end zone this time. Here's Shook in the pistol. He'll give it straight ahead. I believe that is to Harris again. Not much doing for him off the right side. We've got a line slow to get up on the play. As we get a look there at the Aces sidelines.
Yeah, Steinmetz was involved in that again.
Looks like we have a break in the action here. I'm not sure who called timeout. While we have the timeout, we'll take a minute to update you on some of the scores against some very, very important games going around in the area. Hoping to get an update here. Looks like we'll get that here in just a second. Nope, back to live action here. Shook is just getting out of, and he now has the sideline. He's broken away, and now he's loose. Running straight down the sidelines. It's a foot race, and no one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Lions. But there's a flag behind the play.
At the 5-yard line.
I've got to guess that's another hold and another huge play for the Lions that'll be wiped away.
Block below the waist.
Ooh. And while we were getting an explanation from our referee, there was another flag thrown close to the sideline, so I'm guessing someone on the Liberty Union sideline did not like what was called.
Sideline warning.
Oh.
Liberty Union.
Okay.
Their first warning.
I stand corrected. Just a sideline warning.
The infamous sideline warning.
Yeah. But, you know, Shu, we had the kickoff return that was called back earlier for a hold, or I'm sorry, that was a block in the back, and this one is a block below the waist. That's a 97-yard run. He was almost tackled for a safety, just barely got away, took it down the sidelines, and all the air goes out of the building again. So it takes 6 points off the board, and now it's 2nd and 12. Backed up on their own 1-yard line. And it looks like that handoff is not going to get out of the end zone, and it's a safety. Piccirillo is taken down in the backfield by a horde of Aces defenders.
Did he give him a safety?
No call yet. But both teams are walking off the field, and there is the official call. It is a safety. The second of the evening.
Let me ask you.
For the Aces.
How many games have you ever seen where there's two
safeties?
Seriously.
Yes, that is.
Against the same team.
Right. Oh, my goodness. So that'll leave the score here. Amanda-Clearcreek 11, Liberty Union 6. We'll take a look at the playoff races.
This is Region 3 here at D1. Lancaster's in at 10th, depending on what happens tonight up at Newark. And you know, they're 10th, and they would face Westerville North, which I looked at Westerville North's schedule. They've really only played very few teams that are over 500. So, you know, at Division I, hey, any night it can happen if the team plays better.
Yeah. And now we'll take a look at Division III. That's Region 11. Bloom Carroll, 7-2.
Yeah, and they're not going to lose tonight, so they're locked in for 2 home games, I'm sure.
And Shu, the most interesting thing to me, Hamilton Township sitting at 9-0. One of their wins is against Bloom Carroll, and they're two slots behind them.
That tells you the competition that Carroll has played in the non-regular. But Hamilton beat Lancaster, which each division.
Yep. Free kick sails out of bounds. That'll be a legal procedure. Now we'll look at Division 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fairfield's just a little too far on the cutoff there at 16. Even if they win tonight against Tays, you know, having a nice winning season, but just not enough points.
Yep. Then we move to Division 7, Fairfield Christian at the 5 slot.
Yeah, the Knights are in there solid. You can see it, 9.2. They're not going to fall. They're probably going to win again tonight, so they're going to probably stay at 5.
And we'll most likely have a home playoff game. We may or may not cover that next week, but stay tuned for that. Division 7, Region 27, Byrne and Fisher, neck and neck.
Yeah, you just don't know. I mean, Byrne's playing Fairfield Christian tonight. I think they were behind, and I think Fisher was behind against Grove City Christian. So, you know, for Fisher Catholic to make up, you know, 7/10 of a point, probably not going to happen.
Yeah, but you got to credit Fisher Catholic. Came away with a huge win last week, a very unexpected win.
Yeah.
Which left them at 3-6 again. So they were very, very close there. But unfortunately, again, that's another one of those weird ones where they beat Byrne head-to-head, but yet Byrne is still ahead of them with fewer wins.
Right. It is strange how it adds up, but it's all in the math.
Back to live action. Now we have Brody Martin, who's still ahead, is dragged down after a big gain. Breaking tackles and continuing to show some really hard running.
And no flag.
No flag on that play. You sure about that? Let's look around and maybe one. Clock continues to churn. Amanda-Clearcreek again, starting with a very short field. After the illegal procedure, the kick sailed out of bounds on the free kick by the Lions. Now a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 25-yard line. Stevens will toss again to Martin. This time again on the perimeter. He cuts it back, breaks a tackle. Still going forward ahead. You see a flag coming out of the bottom of your screen. But Martin's close to a 1st down. We'll wait to see what that flag is on.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat the down.
Shu, you had to go and say something, didn't you?
I know. I jinxed it. Couldn't have 2 plays in a
row.
Not
2 in a row.
We could not have 2 plays in a row.
Not 2 in a row.
And again, I'm not blaming anybody. Officials.
No. Please.
The players
yes.
have to.
I hope our audience understands we are not in any way trying to complain about the officiating tonight. They have the toughest job in the world, but it is ironic. There are just a lot of penalties going on tonight, but they're doing the best they can out there. This time it's a straight-ahead give to Martin. Picks up about 7 on that one. Coming up on 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. So 2nd and 14, and again, despite everything that's been going on, Liberty Union still less than a touchdown away from being back into this game.
Yeah, you have a shot. Yeah, you have a shot. That's all you can ask for.
Right. Stevens under center on the counter trap. This time it's to Martin, who's not going to get anything. Tries to spin away, but falls before he's able to gain any yards.
Yeah, really good job by the defensive line standing up the blockers. You'll see here on the replay. Watch here when I say standing up the blockers. See, they're not low enough.
Yep. Picarella looked to be the first man through.
Well, or if you make a lineman work, now the linebackers, like you talked about earlier, they're available. They can come and find that spot. I mean, I always thought if you had the physique for it, linebacker would be a fun place to play.
Yeah.
You know, if you like getting involved.
Yeah, if you like mixing it up and sticking your nose in there, that is the spot for you. This time it's a shotgun with split backs to both sides. The give is to Martin. He tries to slip through, but tackled in the backfield.
I think it's McClaskey.
McClaskey again with a little help from Pierce Weiss. So that'll bring up 4th down as the clock continues to run.
Yeah, what do you do? You're not going to kick a 45.
No. Probably doesn't make sense to punt either, but this
No.
is not the easiest first down to make on a 4th and 13.
No, you're in between here. Maybe a screen, something like that. Get the ball to Miller on a screen.
Yep. Play coming in late.
Not Miller, but
Martin. Now 5 seconds remaining on the play clock. The snap. Stevens will roll to his left. Now set up and look deep. He's throwing over the middle. He's got a man open, but the ball's incomplete. No flag on that one. Looked to be very good coverage on that play by Caleb Haig. He was beat by about a step and a half and closed very quickly to force an incompletion.
Yeah, Caleb's had a good game tonight.
He has. So that'll be a turnover on downs, as you see on there with the clock, 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this game. You would know it, but it's 11-6, and the Lions offense will take the field with an opportunity to go down and score and take the lead here.
Well, they haven't had, they've had one play. They scored from 8 yards out on Shook's run.
Yep.
But they really have not been effective at all offensively. You get that opportunity right now at the end of the game.
And more than anything, they've got to have a clean, no penalties, no silly plays. Straight drop back. It's going to be a deep try here by Shook. It's short, and it's intercepted by Westoven. So just like that, Shu, we said they couldn't have any errors or mistakes. And
we tried to hitch and go.
Yeah.
And I give Amanda credit. Their D-backs played this well.
Yep. Plenty of protection here.
Yeah. He had time.
Shook's got time. Takes a pump. Throws it as deep as he
see,
can.
they're
but it's just short.
there.
Yeah. And they're all over it. Westoven does a nice job of high pointing that ball.
Well, here you go. Now it comes down to, can Amanda, run some time off this clock to put a little more pressure on the Lions?
There you see Colton Westoven, big play he just made. And Martin doesn't have a chance to do anything again.
No, they've
immediately tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, Liberty's done a great job this half with him.
That was number 50, Pierce Weiss.
They've just been, I think part of it, they've just been more physical, honestly, on the line.
Yeah, they've been more physical, but again, just costly penalties, costly mistakes, costly turnovers, as we just saw. It doesn't matter, sometimes you feel like you're playing well, but if you're not playing efficient and a clean football game, it's going to come back to bite you. Stevens in the pistol. Martin behind him. He'll give to Martin straight ahead. Martin picking his way, but isn't going to get much. Again, just no push by the offensive line.
They're not winning at the point of attack right now.
So give him 1 yard on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
4 minutes to go.
4 minutes remaining. That's right, Shu. This is a very big third down for the Lions. If they can get off the field here, they can still give themselves a chance to get back into this football game and actually even take the lead. This time, Stevens will try the pump and go. Looks like it's taken away. He'll throw, but it's short to Affolter. Just right about back at the line of scrimmage. It's a 4th down.
Yeah, and the clock is still running.
Yeah, we'll see if Liberty Union takes a timeout here. So on 3rd and 9, the Ace is able to not able to convert, rather, and that brings up 4th down.
They've had 2 blocks tonight, so.
That's right. They may be coming after this one again. Dossman back to punt. He gets it away. It's straight ahead. It'll bounce in front of Picarillo, and he'll let it go. Not quite as good as a bounce as the last time.
No, but a good punt.
Very good punt. So with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left, let's take an opportunity to name our players of the game. And tonight's players of the game, we'll start with Amanda-Clearcreek. The Amanda Player of the Game is brought to you by Bay Food Market. Stop in at Bay's and check out their weekly gourmet burgers and brat selection and shop their full service of fresh meat case. Bay Food Market at the corner of Walnut and Maple Streets in Lancaster since 1932. So, had a couple players that have played really nice here. We'll talk about it here just as soon as we watch this play. Shook on the jet sweep. Gives to Cooper Meacham. He's pushed out of bounds. That's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Yes.
Surprisingly so. But again, get back to the players of the game. We've had a couple, Brody Steinmetz has played a really nice game.
Yes. Showed up.
Logan Stevens has done a nice job from the quarterback position, but the tough running of Tanner Falter, Brody Martin, has really been the difference.
I know. Brody has 2 weeks in a row now. So we saw him last week. He was tremendous, and tonight, same thing.
We watched the replay of the last play there. Shook is rolling to his right, has a man open. It's Caleb Haig. He's ahead for a first down. Nice conversion there by the Lions. They'll hurry to the line as the clock stops to move the chains. And it'll run again. Trips left. Shook will take the snap, rolling to his left. He'll plant, look, has a man open. It's complete again. Aiden Jones on the catch. Moves the chains and gets out of bounds. Another first down.
Yeah, they're just not getting enough pressure on Shooky. I mean, he took his time, let the play develop and found the deeper receiver there.
Yeah, he did. Made a nice play there, hit the receiver on the run, and was able to lead him enough to get out of bounds.
You can see here, look at all the time he has.
Yeah, the offensive line's done a really nice job in the passing game. Maybe not so much in the running game, especially between the tackles, but passing-wise, Shook really hasn't been touched much.
No.
So first down and 10, now at the 44-yard line. Working is Shook, this time empty backfield. Straight drop back, and now looking to his left. Has a man open, that's complete again to Cooper Meacham, who didn't know how close he was to the sideline, but nevertheless gets a first down and moves the chains. See again, Meacham just sits right there in the sweet spot of that zone, and as he turns to run, he says, oh, doggone it, there's a sideline. So only a minute and 39 left. The Lions quietly putting together a really nice drive. And the hurry-up offense. This time quads to the left. Empty backfield. Straight drop back Shook. Plenty of time to throw. This time pumps. Now he's running, and he's sacked. So he held it for just a second.
Yeah,
and when he
just
pumped,
too long.
That allowed the Aces to get in there and get him tackled for a loss and a sack on that play. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a sophomore. Gary Kemmerling got it.
Gary Kemmerling, huge play. That's right. Look here, he's got plenty of time. He's looking, but can't find anyone.
Yep.
And Kemmerling gets right in there. So Liberty Union will take a timeout to stop the clock, and while they do that, let's take an opportunity to name the Liberty Union Lion Player of the Game, which is brought to you by Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Learn more at carriagecompany.com.
Yeah, I think, as you know, we look this over usually, and we watch the whole game and everything. I think the guy that you just, if you come to the game and you don't know anybody, he's going to stand out.
Yeah.
That's Slade McClaskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has had a heck of a game.
I think he did too.
He impacts the game. We knew coming in defensively, but he impacts it offensively. He plays hard all the time. Number 54 for the Lions, and he's just had a tremendous game.
And he's one where he's, one of those we've talked about it where he may not make the tackle, but he's so disruptive at the line of scrimmage, he allows others to make the tackle. Not to mention then he went from his tackle spot to the backfield, which allowed Liberty Union, when they were moving the ball really well, that wrinkle in their offense to allow them to get some additional movement. So congratulations to Slade, our Liberty Union player of the game. This time back to live action. Shook throws a high ball up there. And with 3 defenders there, it does fall incomplete. Fortunately for the Lions, that ball was very close to being intercepted, Shu.
That was kind of a jump ball.
Yeah, it really was.
You know, Slade's 6'3", 245 too. And he's athletic. He can play the D end over here and get across the field. Just does a lot of things for their team.
Yeah, something tells me he's going to be a really nice player at the next level next year upon his graduation. So 3rd and 22 now for the Lions.
I still think the key is Amanda's somehow got to get some pressure on Shook.
And I think the Lions have to get some sort of positive yards on this play. This time it's Shook rolling to his right. He throws over the right side, and he does have a completion.
Just what you talked about.
Not a first down, but nevertheless a big gainer to Aiden Jones. But there's a flag on the play.
Did he grab his face mask on the tackle?
I'm not sure. We will hear from our officiating crew once they discuss.
Personal foul. Offense. 15-yard penalty. 4th down.
And that penalty rears its ugly head at the worst possible time for the Lions.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe here at the end we saw.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're seeing there.
I don't know if the player on the ground took a swing or not. I can't tell.
It did look like it. Yeah. So now it's 4th down and 22 with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining.
I think it was after the play,
Yeah,
to
that
be
was
honest
after
with
the
you.
play, so it'll still remain 4th down. And this is going to be a big one here, but not before it's stopped.
Timeout?
Yeah, it is. It's a timeout. Not sure which team called it.
I think Amanda called that to set his defense. Yeah.
Take a minute to update you on some scores here. One score we do know of, the Fisher Catholic Fighting Irish, unsuccessful tonight against
Grove City
Christian.
Yeah.
Pulling up that final for you right now. But before we do, let's update you on some other scores. Lancaster ahead 48-34 over the Newark Wildcats. Fairfield Christian all over Burn Union 28-0. Bloom Carroll all over Circleville 40-0. Canal Winchester, actually this is a very surprising score, loses 17-0 to the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. Very surprised upset there. Canal Winchester came into that game undefeated. Fairfield Union leading Tates Valley 21-14. And the Pickerington North Panthers tied up with Gahanna Lincoln 21-21. Back to live action here on 4th and 22. Again, this may be the game here. Noah Shook drops straight back. He's pressured. He does step up now. Tries to throw ahead, but there's no one there, and that pass is going to fall incomplete. And that'll be a turnover on downs, giving it back to the Aces.
Yeah, the Amanda defense really got off on the snap that time and got pressure quickly and made Shook step up, and they continued to pursue. If you watch right here, watch it. You got the low snap, but look at the pressure coming right through. Liberty's done such a great job on their offensive line, but not that possession.
Yeah, Shook did a really nice job of trying to keep the play alive, but as he stepped up in the pocket, just didn't have an opportunity to set his feet and really get any oomph behind his throw. So it, of course, falls incomplete without any receivers in the vicinity.
Well, with 1:05 and the Lions only have one timeout.
That could be the game, as they say. And that is, in fact, what seems to be the case. as Amanda will take a knee. And the clock will now tick down under a minute left. And I don't think Liberty's even going to try to stop the clock here. A shot of Coach Chet Shum in the background. There's another knee's taken there by Amanda-Clearcreek, and they will go ahead and come onto the field as that will do it as the clock ticks down. Final is going to be Amanda-Clearcreek 11, Liberty Union 6. And that's a big win for the Aces and Coach Chet Shum to bring them to 3-7 on the year.
Well, if anything, it gives you some momentum.
Yeah.
You have a lot of players back. You got some momentum heading into next year. And actually, you know, you didn't play bad last week.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, you know, I mean, we don't like to highlight things, but that's their first MSL win. They had lost 14 in a row coming in.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
So congrats to them.
Yeah, congratulations to the Aces and Coach Shum. Again, trying to turn this program around. You know, it's not done overnight. We understand that. And he's got a good senior class. It's really nice for them to get a victory tonight. And for the Lions, you know, they weren't able to do a lot of great things, but still able to, you know, I guess have some things to build upon this season. You know, they're certainly not devoid of talent, and we'll have some things to build on going into next year.
No, they have a very young team also. They played very hard. They played really hard. You just got to eliminate the penalties and the mistakes.
So that'll do it, folks, for the IVP Sports Buffalo Wild Wings Game of the Week. Again, Amanda-Clearcreek 11, Liberty Union 6. Everyone have a great night.